Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am doing a video that my editor or my older sister asked for, which was a friendship reading for Momo and Sana to celebrate the potential subunit stuff. I said potential, but maybe when this comes out it's already confirmed. I do not know. I do not want a big trick like last time. Anyway, so let's get into the reading and see one card to represent the connection between Momo and Sana. Mutable moon with nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. And then one card to represent Momo in this relationship. Okay. And one card to represent Sana in this relationship. Oh, nice. Both cards came facing down. A mystery. So for Momo, we have the Knight of Wands to represent her. And for Sana, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So before I get to these cards, let's talk about the type of connection that they have. So the card that represents the relationship that Momo and Sana have is a mutable moon with nothing is yet set in stone, meaning that in this case they are both people that are constantly changing, constantly evolving and just experiencing life. And also it kind of shows that they don't have like a name or a way to express the type of relationship that they have. It seems like it's always on the works, it's always changing. They're improving and developing as individuals, and that constantly changes the type of dynamics that they have together. Also, with the nothing is yet set in stone, since there's waves in the background, it shows that both of them have the best way to describe the relationship that they have is one that is just kind of going with the flow. Sometimes they have, like the tides, it goes ups and downs. So they have times where they really get along and times that they are at each other's throats. They have times where they are very comforting to each other and understanding, and other times that they just clash. So whatever relationship Momo and Sana have is one with lots of ups and downs. It is quite intense, and not necessarily in a bad way, more along the lines of that's just kind of how they are. I don't really know how they are, so feel free to comment down below any examples as to if I'm right or wrong. So the card that represents Momo in this relationship is the Knight of Wands, which kind of shows that this is Sagittarius energy, which in this case it kind of shows that Momo is the one that is more adventurous. It is always looking for something new to do. It is someone that is moving very quickly and taking action and constantly doing something, right? So in this case, Momo may be the one that is like, oh, let's go eat here, or how about we take on this new experience and try these new things, and all of those actions. So if they hang out or something, there's a high chance that Momo was the one that initiated that, or that threw in that idea of like, why don't we go eat here, why don't we go to this park, why don't we go to do this other thing, this other activity and stuff. So I do feel that here Momo could also be represented as someone that really likes to do sports, so maybe Sana gets dragged along into those activities as well. I am not that sure. But also with this Knight of Wands, it kind of shows that Momo is someone that always has like inspiration or a spark or some sort of new fuel that gets her very excited to just do something and take action, and pretty proactive in that sense. So the card that represents Sana in this relationship is the Six of Pentacles, meaning that Sana is a very generous person. She is all about equal give and take in relationships. She is very good at mirroring whatever it is offered to her. So if in this case, if Momo were to be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, then Sana is very good at keeping up, basically, or being very good at also offering new things that they can do to continue fueling that fire that Momo has of wanting to do something. Also, with the Six of Pentacles, it kind of shows that Sana is, not only is she generous, but she is also very abundant, very lucky, very hardworking, and because of that, she has a lot of material things. So she's able to give to a lot of people because of how well she's doing for herself, how good is she at manifesting her own dreams, and her work is doing very well, and because of that, she is someone that is able to provide and give to a lot of people. In this case, she may be the one that is constantly giving to Momo, but Sana does it because Momo is giving her something in return. It may not be like the same thing. So if Momo is giving gifts or something, Sana doesn't return that with gives or something. She actually returns it with maybe time, or maybe with information, or just listening to each other. So Sana definitely returns the favor, but it doesn't have to be with the same way that it was given to her, if that makes sense. Now let's jump into the third question, which is, how does Momo see Sana? The Queen of Swords reverse. Okay. And how does Sana see Momo? Oh, we have we have death. So Momo sees Sana as the Queen of Swords reverse, meaning that she sees that Sana has a lot of potential. So the Queen of Swords in this case will be Libra energy, meaning that Momo sees Sana as someone that is very harmonious, very balanced, very, just and fair. Someone that treats others the way that she's treated. So Momo sees that Sana is like that and she has that potential. But seeing how the Queen of Swords is reversed kind of shows that right now Sana could be struggling with communicating and really speaking her truth and saying how she feels, honestly. So there's a chance that Sana is holding back a lot, and Momo is seeing that in Sana. She sees Sana as someone that, even though Sana is very balanced, fair, and likes to treat everyone with, equally in everything, Momo sees how Sana also struggles to actually communicate properly and say what she really, really thinks. So Sana could be someone that sometimes bites her tongue and holds back some of her comments to not disturb the peace in her environment. And Momo sees how Sana actually puts the effort in trying to avoid problems and trying to avoid issues by not initiating them or trying not to trigger someone. So I guess that's how Momo sees Sana, as someone that definitely has the potential to be witty and just not bite, but respond to people and kind of bark, and not bark in literally bark, but being able to just kind of speak up and be like, oh no, you're an asshole, or something like that, or oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. So Momo sees that Sana has that potential, but Sana decides not to initiate any of those things. On the other hand, Sana sees that Momo is the death card, meaning that Momo is someone that is constantly changing, someone that is constantly transforming themselves and adapting to new environments. And this death card is Scorpio energy, which Momo is a Scorpio, so that's one thing. But also, it kind of shows that Sana sees, or I guess in this case, it will almost be admire in a way, how Momo is always able to kind of rise from the ashes. So there is a chance that Sana sees how Momo goes through these periods of struggling a lot, and it's very difficult, very challenging, but despite all of that, Momo always comes up on top and she's victorious, and she's able to kind of transform all of that pain and difficulties and challenges and grow from that and actually be more confident and almost like a new person, because the death card is supposed to show a rebirth. It's supposed to show how it's the end of something and the beginning of a new cycle or a new path. So in this case, it's that transitioning period. So it kind of shows that Sana sees how Momo is someone that is constantly changing and developing, which makes sense since Mutable Moon was the card that represents a relationship. So there's a chance that they're, in a way, unconsciously helping each other to transform and change. Now let's go on to the next question, which is, how does Momo and Sana like to spend their time together? We have Void of Course Moon with nothing will come of this situation, and New Moon with a new start is coming. So they like to spend their time by actually talking about change and talking about how they're becoming new people, and how their environment is changing them, or how they're adapting to their environment. They like to talk about their new plans, their new beginnings, or they like to be with each other when they're about to start something new and about to embark on a new journey or a new chapter in their lives. They like to witness those changes in each other's lives. Not only do they like to talk about it, but I have a feeling that they like to experience how the other one is going through their life and walking into something different and experiencing something different. I do feel that both of them could learn a lot from each other because of the different experiences that they have. So with nothing will come of the situation, I feel that both of them are, one of the things that they like to do a lot, or one of the things that they really value when they're together, is the ability to speak about things that they don't need in their life anymore. Being able to kind of close a cycle and be able to start afresh and just think differently. So I do feel that a lot of the times when they're together, they kind of come out of that experience as new people, because they were able to kind of reflect and discuss maybe things that they didn't want in their life anymore, or things that don't quite fit anymore in their life, and they are able to grow from that and almost improve into this new side of themselves where they feel more like a new person, or they feel like their mind has opened into new possibilities and new opportunities. Now, what does Momo like about Sana? And what does Sana like about Momo? Oh, nice. They're both just giving me one card. There's some people that when I'm doing their friendship reading, they don't follow the format and they give me like a gazillion cards at once, and I'm just here like, I have to read all of that. Sometimes I don't take them, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, well, I'll take them all. Okay, so the thing that Momo likes about Sana is the Two of Pentacles reverse, which I feel is kind of funny, because the Two of Pentacles upright to me talks about someone that has good time management, someone that is able to has their priorities straight, someone that is able to juggle two things at once, someone that is pretty balanced and harmonious in their life and is able to have a good balance between the things that they want, the things that they desire, and the things that they have to do, like the responsibilities. And also, since it's Pentacles, it usually talks about career, work, so that's why I see this as time management. But with it in reverse, is like Momo likes how Sana is able to break the cycle or break her routine. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like, if it's reversed, I don't really know how that could be a positive. So like maybe Momo likes to see when Sana's going through it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Or I guess, you don't want to just imagine that Momo is like, oh, I like to see when Sana is struggling, so I can just come in like a hero and save the day or something. I don't know how Momo is in that sense. Like, I don't know if she actually likes to like save people and be like, oh, I got you, I'm here, I'm there for you. But also, this Two of Pentacles kind of shows that Momo likes to see that Sana is human by seeing her struggle sometimes. I don't know, maybe Momo feels that Sana's too perfect or invincible, or it's very hard to break her or something. So Momo really likes to see how Sana also, works hard for her dreams, also struggles, and sometimes, has some hiccups here and there in her life, and it's, the grind keeps going, right? So I do feel that Momo really likes to see that Sana is someone that is definitely going through her struggles, working towards that, and finding balance again. So I think in that sense, Momo really, they learn a lot from each other when they're both in a transition phase. So I do feel that this kind of just shows that Momo just really likes how Sana is growing and developing and just working towards making her dream come true. And Momo really, really likes that, or really admires that. Like, what, I don't know what the English words will be for it, but able to improve themselves and grow out of their shelf and being able to create the life and dream that they have. So that's one thing that Momo really likes. Now, the thing that Sana likes about Momo is the Ace of Pentacles. So this, in its reverse. So in this case, it kind of feels that Sana really likes the potential that Momo has of creating something very long-lasting, very stable in her career or in her relationships. I think there's a sense of like, Sana really likes how Momo is someone that can be relied on and can be super loyal, but it kind of takes some time and effort to actually reach that type of relationship or reach that point with Momo. So there's this sense of Sana really likes how Momo is always looking for a new beginning, or always doing something new, something different that can be very lucrative or can be a very rich experience outside of monetary stuff, right? So it can be something rich in knowledge, something, I don't know, maybe Momo's very good with businesses. I do not know, and Sana really admires that. I'm not too sure what like Momo's doing in her free time, but I kind of got the feeling that Sana really likes or admires how Momo is very good at making business, or has a potential of starting new projects, new, I guess, businesses or new ideas for something that can be long lasting and good for the future. I randomly got a song in my head. I think it's the opening for My Dress Up Darling, and I thought it was so funny because I was like, "Wait, what song is that?" So I had to sing it it until I was able to figure it out. I don't know why that one came up. So, you know what it could be? There's a chance that Sana really likes how Momo has a good eye or a good business brain when it comes to fashion, makeup, jewelry, and stuff along those lines. Anyway, so let's go on to the next question. What has Momo learned from Sana? We have the priest and the fool. Oh, nice. What has Sana learned from Momo? Oh, the Nine of Cups reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's strange. Not bad. Like, that's not bad. It's just different. Okay. So the things that Momo has learned from Sana is how to take that leap of faith with the Fool, and with the Priest energy is also being able to have a very good intuition about starting something new. So change and transformation has been like the theme of the type of relationship that Sana and Momo have, and it continues here. So with the Priest energy, this card represents the moon, and with the Fool, this card represents, I think it's supposed to be Uranus energy, the planet of innovation and change. And with the moon, we have in astrology, the planet of emotions and intuition in the subconscious. The moon can also represent in astrology our initial instinct or reactions of sorts. But with this said, these two cards kind of shows that Momo learned from Sana how to not be afraid of starting a new beginning, and also learned with a Fool how to take only the things that she needs and get rid of everything else that will just weight her down. And Momo has also learned how to find loyal companions when entering into a new chapter in her life, or a new cycle, or a new journey. With this dog, it's supposed to show loyalty. And also with the Fool, we see how as this girl is walking, there is color and flowers in everything that she steps. So this kind of shows that Momo learned from Sana how to rise from those ashes. Again, it seems like Momo constantly goes through very tough transformations in her life. So whenever there is a change in her life, it's something that is very taxing and very difficult to go through and chug along. So I do feel that Momo got a lot of support and help from other people, Sana being one of them. Now with the Priest energy, it kind of shows that Momo learned from Sana as to how to be more in tune with her subconscious and her intuition, and being more aware of her gut feeling and following that gut feeling. So it seems like Momo is someone that likes to just go on new adventures just for the fun of it and just for the experience. But one thing that she learned from Sana was to actually think a bit deeper and feel her way through those new experiences, in the sense of, is this really what I want? Will this help me out? Will I grow from this? What will I experience? And it brought this second layer of depth to the journeys that Momo goes through in her life, and just the way that she perceives life and the messages and life lessons that she goes through. So yeah, that seems very interesting. But now let's talk about Sana. What has Sana learned from Momo, which I thought was very interesting with the cards that she got. So we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana with the Wheel of Fortune. So usually the Nine of Cups talks about feeling emotionally satisfied, a wish to come true when it's upright. But when it's reversed, I was thinking, okay, what does that mean? And with Sana, I actually got something about letting go of things that she wants, or letting go of a dream that she wanted and she was chasing after, but it didn't pan out. So I think one thing that Sana learned from Momo is being able to accept defeat, if that makes sense, or being able to learn that sometimes the timing can be off about a dream, and learning to relax or give up on it. Not entirely, like that's why I thought it was interesting. The meaning that I got for the Nine of Cups reverse this time was different from what I will usually see it, right? Usually I will see it as someone that's just not emotionally satisfied, someone that's not happy, someone that is not content with their life, and stuff along those lines, right? However, this time it kind of felt like someone that is able to understand that sometimes dreams don't pan out the way that we want it, or don't come true. And in this case, especially since the Wheel of Fortune is right next to it, it kind of feels that one thing that Sana learned from Momo is being able to understand when to let go of things, or when to allow the universe to kind of step in and take the reins of this journey and just kind of lead Sana to wherever it is that she has to go. So with the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about destiny, we're talking about fate, we're talking about things changing and moving. With the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet of expansion, it's a planet of change, it is a planet of higher learning and new knowledge and philosophies and way of thinking and viewing things. It is a planet that gives us good luck and a bigger picture about life. So I do feel that in this case, one of the things that Sana learned from Momo was understanding that she doesn't have to always work hard to make her dreams come true, that she doesn't have to always do something to make sure that her dream happens, that sometimes she kind of just has to like let it go and allow the universe to just do its thing and bring that dream to her. I hope that makes sense, right? Momo taught Sana how to be more in touch and being okay with her feminine energy. In this case, the feminine energy, when we talk about achieving dreams and stuff, we're talking about someone that is able to kind of stay put and manifest that dream or that goal, to attract it and like be a magnet and make that dream come towards them, right? And kind of just prepare themselves and shape themselves to be that mold that is ready to accept whatever dream, goal, or desire it is that they want, instead of actively chasing after it. So in a way, Sana learned how to take a break and learned how to work with spirit and the universe in that sense. Now, to end off this reading, my favorite question is, why did Momo and Sana meet? We have South Node with Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. So the reason that they met was to light a fire in both of them and able to kind of motivate them to push behind any baggage, to grow beyond the butts that they have already grown in their life, and being able to just move past anything that holds them back. Maybe it could be stuff from their past lives that kind of just trickle down into this life, and it holds them back somehow and creates some sort of resistance. So the reason that they met was to kind of help each other when they reached that point where they couldn't move ahead any further, or when they kind of reach a wall and they couldn't figure out how to get out of their head, or get out of overthinking, or get out of some sort of stagnation when they were just going on with their life. Also, with this South Node, it kind of shows that they may have had a past life together before, or they have met before, or they may have a sense of being very familiar to each other. I do feel that if they didn't have a past life together, energetically, there is a chance that they're both very good mirrors to each other. So they're able to really see the journey that the other one's going through, and they're very good at understanding when the other one is going through a transformative project, but let's say they're like in that point in their life where they're going through a change and they're just transforming from one chapter in their life to the next. And it feels like they're very good at detecting that on the other person, but maybe not so much on themselves. And because of that, they are a constant mirror to each other, and they help each other out through the journey that the other one's going through. Maybe not necessarily by saying, oh, I went through that, but more along the lines of, oh, I know you're capable, I know you're skilled, or why don't you see this differently? Why don't you see it from this point of view? Open up your mind and broaden your horizons. So it definitely feels like both of them help each other out, not necessarily by like holding the other one by the hand and it's like, let me guide you through this, but more along the lines of, let's see this differently, let's see in this new point of view, this new perspective. And yeah, I don't know, that seems very interesting. It's kind of strange to see that I got two people that kind of followed my instructions of wanting one card for all of my questions. It looks very nice and neat. I really like that. And also, I thought it was very interesting with the different interpretation I got for some of these cards. So I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope Editor Monkey is a happy monkey. I hope that you guys also really like this reading and learn from it. Make sure that you comment down below anything that you guys know about Momo and Sana that could confirm or disagree with my interpretation of these cards and the relationship that they could have. I would love to read it and to know about it. And I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and